So we're going to talk about how temperatures drive our winds. And a good example of that happens here in Southern California. So let's just take a look and let me slowly walk you through it so you can fully understand. So you're just looking here at the ocean and in towards the Los Angeles basin. In the afternoon hours, the temperature heats up faster over the land. And so we end up with this warm pool of air. Well, warm air, warm water, any liquid or gas, as it heats up, it's going to expand. And as it expands, the molecules move away from one another. And so they become less dense. Since they are less dense, the air actually starts to move vertically. And you see this every afternoon around the hilltops, around other vertical surfaces. You'll see that these, as the air starts to move upward and you get these thermal currents, that the birds will fly on those currents. And gliders will also use them. So if the air is moving away from the surface of the earth, that's going to be less pressure on the surface below. Well, meanwhile, out over the ocean, we have this cool pool of water. So we have the exact opposite thing happening. You've got the air is going to be cooler, the molecules are going to be slower, they're going to be less dense, and so, of course, the air there is starting to sink. And so that would be, as the air is pushing harder against the Earth's surface, that we have high pressure there. So anywhere you have air moving, you have to have air moving in from somewhere else to take its place. We can't just have this air moving vertically and then a vacuum underneath it. So the air has to come in from another place. And where does it come in from? Well, it's going to come in from where there's higher pressure. And so in the afternoon hours, we get these sea breezes that develop. And in the Los Angeles basin, they can be quite strong. And one of the things that as a forecaster that I'm watching for is to see the difference between the temperature of the air inland versus the temperature over the ocean to see just how strong these sea breezes will be. It's not the only factor. There's other things that we look at, but that's the major one. And so if you're sitting at the beach here and enjoying the afternoon, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you start feeling a light breeze and the breeze starts picking up. And of course, that air is cooler. You might even, if you're in Los Angeles especially, you'll be putting on a jacket here because the air coming in can be quite cool. And so you see that winds will move from higher pressure to lower pressure. And the major reason that we have all these changes is because we have the difference in heating of different surfaces. And so you get this low pressure forming as the air becomes less dense and higher pressure forming as the air becomes more dense.